Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, I'm Lenny and I have 5 Dachshunds, 4 long hair and 1 smooth. So I recently popped a little story on Instagram asking you guys what questions you wanted answering in my next video. And I had loads of responses, so I'm just going to pick my way through them and hopefully do more videos because I've been slacking. So today I'm going to talk about the topic, which is the fear periods in dogs, or fear stages, whatever you want to call them. If you've not heard about this as a phrase or you don't know anything about it, basically what I'm talking about is puppies when they turn 6 months or a year old becoming right little beeps. So when a dog hits the ages of sort of 6 months, but obviously give or take either end, they go through something called a secondary fear period or fear stage. There's various different things that you can call it. What you might start to see in them is heightened reactivity. They might suddenly find their bark and start barking at people. They might suddenly undo all the crate training you've done, all the toilet training, all the recall training. So basically they start to shift back to previous behaviours that you maybe saw in them, or even worse than what you've seen in them before. I think the important thing about these fear periods that can happen at 6 months, 12 months and full maturity, so 18 months to 2 years, is knowing that they're perfectly normal. It's nothing you've done at all. It's just hormonal shifts, hormonal changes, and they all go through it. And knowing that the best thing to do is go back to basics and taking things slow. So if you've not seen my previous videos, I've done a video on socialization and my opinion on the best way to go about that. I've done a video on toilet training, crate training, basically all the points I'm talking about. Go back to as if you've just got a puppy and how slow you take things because they're a puppy. Go back to that and follow those steps again. Yes, it's a little bit like, oh, well, I went through all this, I thought I'd done all the hard work. But as long as you're aware that these fear stages are going to happen and you're aware that it's nothing you're doing, it's not that the dog is trying to push you in any way or test you, it is literally just that they are a little bit more scared, a bit more anxious, their hormones are changing, and you've got to just be patient, understanding, take it back to the beginning. And if you do help them through these fear periods, instead of being impatient with them, you will come out the other end with a happy and well-trained dog rather than a dog that's more fearful or hasn't been able to come out of the other end of it. So just going back to the basics, plenty of patience, understanding that this is something that happens in their lives at around 6 months, again at around 12 months, and then can happen again at full maturity, so 18 months to 2 years, and handling it in a patient and calm way, rather than getting frustrated, telling them off more and things like that, because it just doesn't work. Because what you've got to think is they are like a teenager, a toddler, you know, all those phases that they go through. Yeah, you might get frustrated with a teenager who starts suddenly being really naughty and troublesome, but if you remember being a teenager, a lot of it was hormonal based, a lot of it you were just confused about yourself and, you know, you're sort of playing up because everything's confusing and everything's so upsetting. And if you are patient with a teenager and understanding, quite a lot of the time they'll come out the other end a really strong person, and it's the same with a puppy or a dog. So if you can be patient during those fear periods, go back to basics. When you think of socialization, in my socialization video, I talked about taking it nice and slow and really not letting them ever see a bad to being socialized, so taking it at their speed. So go back to that. If they start reacting at things and being fearful, don't start shoving them everywhere going, well, you were fine, because they're not fine now. So take your time with that. I hope this video helps you understand the fear stages a little bit, maybe gives you that confidence to know that it's nothing you've done and you can just take it back and it's not going to undo any of your training to go back to basics. And hopefully this has helped to answer the questions that were put through on Instagram. If you've liked this video, please do subscribe, comment and like. If you've got any further questions, then pop them in the comments, I'll reply to everyone. And if you want to support us in further ways, go to nemoandcrew.com and have a look at our shop. And if there's something that... And what I was saying before my camera ran out of battery, because I clearly do waffle on for too long, please do go and check out our shop, nemoandcrew.com. And if you like something, feel free to buy it. We do ship internationally. So yeah, please go and have a look. And as I always say, it is Dachshund, not Dachshund, not Dachshund, Dachshund. Cheers. Here's a little hot dog. Thanks, bye.